sir. Good morning, one and all present here. Today, we, the students of Class 6A, have got the golden opportunity to conduct today's assembly on the topic Legal Services Day. It is celebrated on 9th November every year. The objective of this day is to ensure fair and just judicial system which is easily approachable to the citizens of India. So today we will celebrate this day through our assembly. Let's start our assembly with Gayatri Mantra by Sahajiti.
Good morning, everyone. Join your hands and close your eyes and repeat after me. Om Shivasva Tatsaviturnam Varto Deva Sadhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodaya Diyo Yona Prachodaya Diyo Yona Prachodaya.
Now Sandisha is here for motivational song.
We shall over. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। ओहो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। We shall live in peace, we shall live in peace, we shall live in peace. Oh, oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। ओहो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। We shall live in peace, we shall live in peace, we shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Thank you.
For school prayer, I would like to call Ayan.
Good morning, everyone. Join your hands and close your eyes. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where the tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dairy desert sand of bad habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever whitening thought and action. My father, let my country away. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call Pranjal for pledge. Please take pledge positions.
Good morning, everyone. I Pranjal is here for pledge, so please take this position. India is my country. All Indians are my brother and sister. I love my country and I am proud of its rich and varied heritage. I shall strive to be worthy of it. I shall give my parents, teachers, and all elders respect and treat everyone with courtesy. To my country and my people, I pledge my devotion in their well-being and prosperity alone lies my happiness. Thank you and have a nice day.
Now, I would like to request Aruchi ma'am to welcome our special guest, Miss Pinky Anand.
Good morning, one and all present here. Gone are those days now when man ruled almost each and every field from IT industry to advocacy. Women have been breaking the norms and have beaten all the odds to become successful in every sphere of life. One such real gem of India is Miss Pinky Anand, who is one of the most successful, hard-working professionals who has devoted her life for the judicial system of India. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our guest speaker today to you all. She is a senior advocate with a distinguished practice and is the former additional Solicitor General of India. She is the second women lawyer in India to have been awarded this high constitutional law office, a doctorate of law, graduate of the Harvard Law School, and an Inlac Scholar, honorary professor at Amity Law School. She is well known for her active involvement in social issues and politics. She is known to be expert in constitutional law, property private international law, corporate law, family law, and environmental law. She also led the student community as the first woman secretary of Delhi University Students' Union. Being well-known speaker in national and international conferences, she has represented the country in the formation of BRICS Legal Forum. She has served as the head of All India Legal Cell at BJP, Vice President of Bar Association of India. She has received many awards, including 19th Bharat Nirman Award for Excellence in Law, French National Order of Merit from the President of French Republic. She has been recognized as Living Legend of Law by the Bar Association of India at its 60th year celebration. Not only this, she has authored books including Trials of Truth by Penguin and Family Law Jurisdictional Comparisons by Thomas Rauter. So please join me in welcoming such a versatile and multifaceted person, Miss Pinky Anand. I would request her to share her illustrious journey with us all and spread awareness for ensuring reasonable, fair, and justice procedure for all citizens. Over to you, Pinky ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ruchi. Good
Thank
morning,
you, ma'am. Welcome to
Ramaji.
DPS Family, ma'am.
It is a delight to be with a part of the DPS celebrations, and particularly on World Legal Services Day. I think it is always a pleasure to be part of an institution, and I welcome all the children who have very nicely presented the Gayatri Mantra, the declaration, the pledge, the motivational song. It's one of my favorites. We shall overcome someday. I think is something which is so close to my heart that I look forward to these issues and to take the world forward. I think it's a little peculiar to address such young children, but a delight because this is the way from where we go forward from here. I think if we can motivate ourselves, we can become the best citizens of the world and, of course, of the country to which we belong. I think it is the most important part of life to be going through the first leg of education. If we come to institutions, and I'll come to the legal rights a little later, I think institutional development is one of the most fundamental parts of our lives. Today, as young children, we wonder when we are told what to do. Today we wonder how we are told to regulate our lives. Today we wonder when we are taught values. Today we wonder when we are taught social and cultural norms. Today we wonder when we are taught moral science. But these are the very values that we need to become to be a good citizen of the country and to take the country forward. India is a vibrant country. India has the youngest population in the world. It's become the cynosure of all eyes. But let me start with what I think is one of the most fundamental things that we should know on the World Legal Services Day. We all talk about rights. We talk about what rights we have, and I will definitely talk about that a couple of minutes later. But what about duties? That I think is the most fundamental research that we have to do with ourselves to take the world forward. We have rights, and rights gives us a part to be part of the development process. But what is really important is fundamental duties, and we talk less about that. It is fundamental duties which make us obliged to become a part of the democratic process that we belong to, and we are the largest democracy in the world, and we have shown the world the way forward. Of course, these days we are on hard times because of COVID, and we are all straining with this circumstance to take the search forward, but we will survive it. We shall overcome, as they say, and we will. So, fundamental duties, I think the fundamental duties include within us legal rights, legal duties, include with us social duties, include with us political duties, and I think political duties are also one of the most important. We must become public spirited citizens who engage in everything that is to do with development. If you look at the world around today, you will find that the world is dynamic. It is changing. Value systems are changing. Concepts are changing. Duties are changing. But today, I find children are more and more engaged in a development process, which includes their desire to perform duties so that they can actually take the whole world forward. And that is something which makes me most interested. If you look at the people as far as elder people are concerned, elder people have values, they've developed them. But children of today are motivated. And I would like to take this motivation forward and say, take one idea. Swami Vivekananda said, take one idea, make that idea grow. Think of it, live with it, and dream of it, and make that a reality. That is what we really want to do, to decide what we want to do with life and to make the world a beautiful place. Having said that, coming to some of the rights and some of the duties that we have within our constitution, India is one of the most progressive countries. We have some of the most forward laws, and I would urge all of you to realize one part of life today. Law has always played, but in today's world plays one of the most dynamic roles to change the world. I think law is a tool of social change, and that is why World Legal Services Day is something that should interest you. We have a very, very high percentage of our population who goes in for law. And why law? Law itself, it is because it is dynamic, it is because it is interesting, it is because it is enchanting, it is because it is motivating. And I think that is the crucial world that we are in today, where law plays this essential change in the social dynamics and to change the society, to change it for the better, to take it forward. Do we have rights? Children, since we are all here within the school and talking to children and dealing with children's issues, do we have rights? We, of course, have duties. I have come to that earlier. But what about rights? Now, as far as rights are concerned, the real concept started of rights of children somewhere down 1923 when Jebb came up with the idea of saving children from suffering, giving children a just and social society, giving children a just and social order. And that is when the UN Convention for Child Rights was made. And in 1991, India has ratified the Child's Convention, the UN Convention. And what does it include? The convention itself includes the right to an identity. We must be entitled to have an identity registered with the country, with the government, and a nationality. We must have a nationality. We are, of course, Indians. The right to health, which is an essential component today, and particularly in today's time, I think we realize the importance even more. The right to education, the right to a family life, the right to special care, the right to be protected from violence, the right to an opinion, the right to be protected from armed conflicts, the right to be protected from exploitation. And I think these are the essential criteria that can ensure that child and children are entitled to have a good life which takes the world, as I said, forward. The Constitution of India has included most of these issues within ourselves, and our Constitution, again, is one of the most pragmatic and progressive part of the world. The right to free and compulsory education for children between 6 to 14 years of age. This was incorporated ultimately in the Constitution by Article 21A. The right to be protected from any hazardous employment till the age of 14. And children, I will share with you that this has become even more active as an issue, particularly in today's time when we are talking about Diwali crackers and we are talking about making crackers, and the fact that children were very often earlier engaged in these kind of hazardous employments, as well as making, for example, carpets, weaving, and these kind of hazardous activities. And there has been a uniform movement to ensure that children should be protected from hazardous employment till the age of 14, because they should not be exposed to any suffering. The right to be protected from being abused and forced by economic necessity to enter occupations unsuited to their age, Article 39A. The right to equal opportunities and facilities to develop in a healthy manner and in conditions of freedom and dignity, and guaranteed protection of children and youth against exploitation. The right to early child care and education to children till they complete the age of 6 years. Of course, children also have all rights which are there under the Constitution, which is the right to equality, the right against discrimination, the right to personal liberty and due process of law, the right to prevent and be protected from being trafficked and forced into bonded labor, the right to minorities, to protection of their interests, the right of weaker sections, the right to nutrition, and a presentation on the children's rights under the Constitution of India. We also have been continuously working to ensure that children are saved from all kinds of exploitation, which includes the Juvenile Justice Act, which was made in 1990 and ultimately now amended in 2015 to ensure that children are protected in all spheres. We have come up with the protection of the POSCO Act, which prevents children from being criminally attacked or abused, and in the case of such a situation, how to actually save them from the attack of the people. So we have a plethora of laws which have been built around to safeguard the lives of children. But having said this, I don't want all of you to constantly think about the rights. The rights are there to protect you. But we are here to engage you in this entire process of saying, we have these rights which the government, which the law gives us. What do we do to ensure that these rights are manifested? So we as children, we as people of institutions have to ensure that these rights are made available to us. One. The second part, which is I mentioned to you, which is equally important, is the fact, what can we do to work our country forward? What can we do to engage ourselves in public life? And I think public life is a very active engagement. And children, I will share with you that today's times, I think civil society has become an integral part of society to take and engage in all the issues and make the narrative a different one. You can see when all the issues are involved today, you can consider the issues which are coming up, for example, of Arnab Goswami, the Republic, how the civil society is engaged in the entire exercise of protesting, of engaging in issues to ensure that there is a free, fair, and just society. So towards this heaven, as you say, towards this end that we have in mind and in heart, we have to make our hearts grow, we have to make our minds grow, and essentially education, which is the most important part of our lives, and we will always see it today, tomorrow, and day after. Education is what makes us take the way forward in our minds, in our hearts, and engage in life with a questioning mind. I must always question. I must always engage. I must always learn. I must always have the zest of knowledge. I must always have the zest of performance. I must always have the zest of competition. I must always have the zest to do well. I must always have the zest to have this competitiveness within me, that I must engage with each other and try to do better within each other, against each other, as well as with each other. So I think these are some of the lessons that I have learned. I have always treated my institutions as one of the most integral part of my development process. And I would urge you, please learn the value of the things that are taught to you, learn the values of things that you think, analyze. Your mind will grow, you will grow, and with that, we will grow. With that, I thank you for having me here on the World Legal Services Day. And I think that you have chosen a very good day to engage in this issue, particularly in these troubled times. Let us think hard and let us analyze, let us learn, and let us make the world a beautiful place. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking time from your busy schedule and being with us on this special day and making our assembly a really special one. You really epitomize excellence as a lawyer, and I'm sure I can say this on behalf of all women in law that you are an inspiration for all. Thank you for providing us the highest level of professional legal counseling, which would be especially useful for the students who would like to pursue law as their career, especially. And thank you for making us aware of the rights of the citizens and especially the fundamental duties of citizens being a part of a democratic country where constitution is abided by, which is considered as the highest lawmaking body. And I assure you that we will definitely follow your viewpoints and will work for the benefit of our country and the development of our country, taking into consideration our duties. So once again, I thank you on behalf of DPS family. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ram. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you, Pinky ma'am and Ruchi ma'am. Now, Jasmine is here for the thought of the day.
Good morning, everyone. Today's thought of the day is the law is always designed to help people do more with their lives. The law is always designed to help people do more with their lives and to receive the support they demand. And to receive the support they demand. I repeat my thought. The law is always designed to help people do more with their lives and to receive the support they demand. Thank you and have a nice day.
Now, Perry is here for some news headlines.
Good morning, all of you. I am here to update you with the latest happenings around us. So, some national and international news are Delhi Health Minister Chandra Jain said on Sunday that the national capital Delhi has hit the peak of the third wave of coronavirus. Haryana passes bill allowing people to remove sarpanch even before their tenure ends. PM congratulated Joe Biden on his victory in VS President election 2020. One more good news, Joe Biden administration may give us citizenship to over 5 lakhs Indians. So some DPS news are recently DPS school has organized various competitions like rangoli making, thali making, fancy dress, poster making and candle making to boost up the hidden talent of the students. Now, DPS is organizing Diwali Come Children's Day in the school campus, and all the staff member will be present in school on 11th November and will do some activities for our lovely children. Thank you and have a nice day.
Now, Gurneet is here to deliver a speech on Legal Services Day.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'm here to tell you something about Legal Services Day. Legal Services Day is observed every year in India. It is observed to lay emphasis on legal literacy and increase legal awareness amongst the masses, especially those who live in far off areas and where literacy and more importantly, legal literacy is lacking. It is celebrated on 9th of November because on this day in 1995, Legal Services Authorities Act was enforced. Almost all the state legal services authorities are identifying suitable and trustworthy NGOs through whom legal literacy campaign may be taken to tribal, backward, and far-flung areas in the country. The effort is to publicize legal aid schemes to legal right. Since 1952, the government of India also started addressing to the question of legal aid for the poor in various conferences of Law Minister and Law Commission. Thank you and have a nice day.
Now, Arav is here presenting some slides on this day.
Good morning, everyone. I am going to show you something about World Legal Service Day. World Legal Service Day. Legal Services Day celebrated every year on 9th of November in all the states authorities. At this day, variety of legal literacy camps and functions are organized at many places in the capital city of the country. About World Legal Service Day. People from government as well as non-government organizations take part in the functions of camps related to the Legal Services Day. World Legal Service Day is a step towards social responsibility. Main objective of the Legal Service Day. The aim of celebrating the Legal Services Day to offer the free charge of proficient and legal services to the people of weaker section of society. There is also need to be aware about the the child labor and all parents by opening their welfare centers. Legal Service Day is celebrated to make people aware of various provision under the Legal Service Authorities Act and the right of the litigants. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call our worthy principal ma'am to share her views.
Good morning, students. Good morning, teachers, and all present with us for this virtual assembly. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Pinky Anand, who had consented to be with us for this special assembly today in spite of her busiest schedule. It was an honor to share screen with ma'am today this morning as you spoke to the students of DPS Sirsa. Your presence this morning is a great motivation for all of us, ma'am, and it will inspire many of our students who look for you as a role model, and it was a very good example set for them today. Today is World Legal Services Day, and it is a day to make people aware of the legal issues and the legal awareness, and it empowers individuals regarding law, justice, and judicial system. The objective of Legal Services Day is to ensure fair and judicial system. As ma'am rightly said, we should be more aware of our responsibilities and duties towards the nation. Before talking about rights, we should be looking for our fundamental duties. So ma'am rightly said, we have to see what we can do for our nation, what are our duties towards nation, and then we talk about our rights. As ma'am rightly quoted, Shri Vivekananda's thought, we should pick up an idea, live with that, and realize that. So many thoughts that are inspiring us, and we should always be
standing for what is right. We should never be a part of wrongdoing, and we should not ignore if something wrong is happening around us. We should always raise a voice for what is right and be legally aware and stand for the right. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us. And it was a great assembly conducted by our tiny tots of class 6. Thank you. That's all from my side. Over to you, Kashika.
Now, I would like to invite our respected director, sir, to address our assembly.
Good morning, dear children. It was really wonderful to have a legume like advocate today. Always brings responsibility, and you must learn to be responsible right from this day. I have done very well. Thank you. Have a nice day.
It's all about our assembly today. Our today's assembly was full of knowledge and educated us about the fundamental rights of individual. Thank you everyone. Now we are concluding our assembly with national anthem.